Feeling lost and confused about how to grow your email list? In this video, I'm sharing 6 simple steps that you can start applying today to grow your email list fast. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Amanda, and on my channel, I help creatives and coaches just like you get more leads and more sales for their online business. So if that sounds like something that you want to learn more about, make sure you subscribe before you move on to the next video. If you're feeling totally lost and confused about how to start growing your email list, don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's dive into my 6 very simple steps that you can start applying today to start growing your email list fast. Step 1 is to create a lead magnet that attracts your ideal customers. So a lead magnet is a free piece of downloadable content that you give away in exchange for an email address. Some examples of lead magnets include checklists and templates, tutorials, swipe files, roadmaps. There's so many different options. And here are a few tips to help you create this lead magnet. So tip number 1 is to make sure it's short and sweet. You want it to be easily digestible because if they download it and become overwhelmed really fast, they're not gonna take any action. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you can get them a quick win. So give them something to do that helps them feel accomplished, that gets them one step further in their journey. And tip number 3 is to make sure that it relates back to your core offer, which is that product or that service that all of your leads are funneling into. So step 2 is to create consistent weekly content in the form of videos or podcast episodes or blog posts, whatever it is. But here are my tips for creating that weekly content. Tip number 1 is to make sure you are consistent. So no matter what, make sure you're posting every week or every 2 weeks, whatever you're telling people, make sure you're following through on that. Make sure that you're also posting on the same day at the same time, because then your readers and audience will become used to you posting then and they'll come to expect it. Tip number 2 is to stick to one platform. So choose, do you want to do YouTube videos? Do you want to do blog posts? Do you want to be a podcaster? Choose one platform and go all in. And tip number 3 is to make sure that no matter what you're creating, whether it's a video or a podcast episode or just a written blog post, make sure you are sending everybody to your actual blog post. So if it's a YouTube video, create a blog post just for that YouTube video so that you can embed that video into your blog post. And the reason that we do this is because you can retarget those viewers if you're sending them to your website. You can control their experience there. But if you send them to YouTube, you could be sending people there and then they get distracted, they click on another video and they never find you again. So make sure you're sending all of your traffic to your blog post. Step 3. Step 3 is to promote that lead magnet within all of your free content. So you can see how everything's working together here now. So number 1 piece of advice, every single piece of free content that you create needs to have a call to action. And in this case, your call to action is going to be either your free lead magnet that we talked about in step 1, or it's going to be a specific piece of content like a free content upgrade that is related to the topic that you're talking about. So you're still getting people on your email list. Just make sure that every single blog post and every single piece of free content that you put out has a call to action so that your readers know what to do next. Step 4 is to make sure you're sending your free content to your email list every single week. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not gonna help me grow my email list. But it actually is, because here's the thing. If you only focus on growing your email list and not actually nurturing the subscribers you already have, then you're going to be losing subscribers just as fast as you're gaining them. So you need to make sure that you are still catering to those people that have said yes and signed up to your email list by making sure you're providing value on a consistent basis. So step 5 is to make sure that you are sharing that free weekly content on your social media channels. This is where we're gonna start really growing your list. So my tips here are, tip 1, I want you to make sure that you're getting creative with how you share your content. So do videos, do like Instagram stories, but then also post in your newsfeed. If you have a Facebook group, make sure you're posting in there as well. Make sure you post on your Facebook page. Make sure you are reaching your readers wherever they may be. That is the key here. And then my next tip for this step is to make sure that you are encouraging people to share with your friends, because this is what is going to allow you to expand outside of your current network and grow your audience even more. Step 6. Step 6 is all about using your website and your social media channels to drive traffic to your free lead magnet. So my tips for this step, to make sure that your website is focused on promoting one core lead magnet. Instead of having 5 different options for things that people can opt into, run all of your traffic to one main lead magnet and really focus on that. You need to have multiple call to actions on your website, so you can have banners at the top of your website, you can have exit pop-ups. Make sure you're putting your call to actions in relevant places where people are on your website. Make sure there's a call to action on every page. So if you have an about page, make sure you have at least halfway down the page a call to action if they want to learn more, and they make sure that they sign up for that free lead magnet, which will not only give them that free piece of content, but also get them subscribed to your weekly content. And then for social, I really recommend sharing your lead magnet at least once a week. And not a lot of people do this. I'll be honest, I myself don't do this enough. But the only way for people to really know that you even have this free lead magnet is if you're sharing it. And you also have to remember that you're getting new followers and building your audience, so you need to make sure that those new people that are following you also know that you have this free lead magnet. And more people, when they start following you, are more engaged with you. So make sure that they know that you have this free lead magnet that they can download. And that's that. Comment below and let me know if you started this process. Share it with your friends and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Hit the like button. Please share it with your friends. That sounds desperate.